Welcome. This week we begin the new book of the Torah, the book of Shemot, of Exodus, which contains the core story of the Jewish people's birth, the story of being enslaved by Pharaoh in Mitzrayim in Egypt and being taken out by the strong hand of God. Mitzrayim means the narrow place. It's almost like the description of a birth. In the story, Moses is in the desert having fled and is living with his father-in-law herding sheep when he encounters a thorn bush that's not being consumed by fire. The bush is not being consumed. And he realizes that he's having an encounter with God, who calls out to him, and he responds, "Hineni, here I am." And he's then given the charge to go back to Egypt and lead the people out, to tell Pharaoh to let my people go. The rabbis ask the question, of all the places God could appear to Moses, why would God appear in a thorn bush? And they give all kinds of answers in their midrashim, in their interpretations. One pictures the image of the thorn bush to being like the enslavement in Egypt, easy to get into but hard to be removed from. But there's another idea which I think is really beautiful and relevant for us today, and that is the image that the rabbis say, why does God appear in a thorn bush? To teach us that there's no place that lacks the Shekhinah, the divine presence. Think about that image, this idea that wherever we are, God's presence is found. The Jewish poet of the Middle Ages, of the 11th century, Yehuda Levi, captures the same idea in his poem. He says, "Adonai, where shall I find you? High and hidden is your place, and where shall I not find you? The whole world is filled with your glory." I'd ask us this week to think about, what are the thorn bushes in our world? What are those places that we wouldn't ever imagine God to be present, but that somehow, if we're open, even in those difficult places, we can find God's presence with us as a source of comfort, of guidance for us, and to be inspired by the story of this week's Parsha. Shabbat Shalom.